What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rowdy Player One channel. I'm Rowdy, and we have finally made it through the month of January. So it is time for the monthly recap. Got a pretty decent size show for you today. There's quite a bit of things I want to go over. Had a lot of really good reads this month. Had a up and down month as far as reading as well. Went through my first reading slump, and thank God it's basically a mini slump, but I figured out the formula on how I need to do my reading. Realized that I can't read multiple books at the same time physically. I can do an audio book and a physical book at the same time, but reading two books at the same time, my mind just cannot process that for some reason. So I don't plan on doing that anymore because it nearly ruined my month. But that's okay. I figured it out, and that's the most important thing, so I can continue on my reading journey. So let's start with the books I read this month. I have continued along in Lonesome Dove. We are doing this as a buddy read. If you've been on the channel long enough, you know. Next up will be next Saturday, February 8th. We'll be on some of the characters' channel, which is Scott. We are reading chapters 51 through 75. And it's me, Kevin Toll reads, Travis Bookshelf, and then Scott from some other character. But we should be on his channel next Saturday. I think it's at 6 p.m. Eastern. I personally have not loved this book. It's been good. I like the writing of it, but for some reason to me it reads so slow. So I had to switch this to the audio book and immersive read this as well for me to enjoy it, because so far it's been okay. The what I've seen, most people say that these next 25 chapters are really, really good, and I'm hoping that's where it starts to click for me, and I absolutely love it. But so far, it's been all right, to say the least. After that, and well, continuing with that, we did The Fall, which is a quick little novella from the Bound and the Broken series by Ryan Cahill. I really enjoyed this book. It was super fast paced. I mean, this whole thing, 76 pages of nothing but nonstop action. I mean, it was so good. I plan on reading the whole Bound and the Broken series this year. Actually, I'm planning on reading it probably in the next 2 to 3 months because I want to knock it out, because book 4 of Empires and Dust comes out at the end of March. And I don't know if I can get it done in time, but I'm going to do my best to have it done in April, so I can get that book ordered and have it in here in time so I can just blow through it too, because this is really, really good. And if the series continues like this, I'm going to absolutely love it. And it's going to be on one of my all-time favorites. So, The Fall. Oh yes. Then I read The Ballad of Spricket the Bard by Sean O'Boyle, and that was a very good book. Read it on Kindle and really enjoyed it. I actually just did yesterday an interview on my Insert More Coins author interview show thing that I do with Sean. We talked for like an hour and a half. Talked a little about Spricket the Bard, and then talked about a bunch of other stuff. Like book recommendations and just all kinds of stuff. We had a great time. I really enjoyed that. He is awesome. Sean's amazing, super nice guy, and we had a great time. And can't wait about what's coming up from it. So you may want to go check that out. Check out that interview, because he drops a few little nuggets on things coming up ahead, and they're looking pretty promising. After that, I did The Odelic Stone by Alex Schuerman, and I really like this too. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Whenever I started reading it, I was expecting this to be, just kind of a normal, like, go through an adventure type thing. there's a lot of stuff you do at sea in this, which was really cool. I was not expecting that. I mean, it's not like you're just at sea at all times, but like it goes from, you go into the sea, then you're going back to an island, and they're trying to figure out about the Odelic stone and what's so good about, trying to the secrets of it. And the main character Ashter is awesome, and really looking forward to this continuing on whenever the next book comes out. But that was the Odelic stone. And then let's see what was after that. Yes, here we go. So I'm currently reading Bloodwoven by G.J. Terrell. I meant to get this done in January. It didn't happen, but I am 75 pages in, I think is what it is. I'm actually reading this in the book and on my Kindle, and it's easier for me to take it with a Kindle, but I like reading physical books more. It's just, I don't know, something about it in my hand. And this book, feels so nice. And I'm loving this so far. Like, it's really fast paced. Lots of things are going on. There's the main character, Lynn, is a binder, and I'm still learning about what all that is and what it deals with, but he can like bind things together, and then this crazy thing happens in the first like chapter on it turns into like a whodunit plot, and then a little bit further along you find out what that person who was accused of doing something is actually, and it's really good. I'm really enjoying this. I was hoping I was going to get it finished in time, but I didn't. So it will continue into February, but that's okay. But yes, Bloodwoven, very good. I actually have book 2 up there that I'm going to try to read probably in March, because I think GJ told me that I think I'd seen where his third book comes out in April, maybe April or May, but I think it's April. But talk to him and try to have him on the channel. I'm going to read book 2 and then have him on the channel before book 3 comes out, if he wants to, of course, which hopefully he will. I would appreciate it. And then we can talk about how anticipated I am for book 3, because if this stays how it is, oh yeah, it's good. I will go ahead and do book of the month. And book of the month is going to be The Fall. This was so fast paced. Like, I'm pretty sure the series is not going to stay like this, or at least not the beginning. And I'll explain why in a bit, but this is so good. I know that he must have wrote this after he wrote the first book, because the writing style in this is so quick, and I really, really, really like this. I think I gave it like 4 stars, which I think I've realized this year. Last year was my first real full year of reading, and where I've really like ramped up my reading, and so I'm not going to be a lot harsher on. I say harsh, but a way more be thinking about if it's truly a 5-star read for me, like one of the best. So I didn't want to put the novella, just the first thing I read, just being one of the best things I've ever read. But as far as pace wise, holy cow, it is blistering quick, and lots of people die, but it is really good. But book of the month is The Fall for sure by Ryan Cahill. All right, so what am I currently reading? And February stuff. So Bloodwoven was what I was trying to finish in January, didn't do it. It's getting pushed to February, but it should be done the first week. Should be done the first week, because I've got like 250 pages left. So hopefully I'll get a lot of that knocked out this weekend. But the reason I was talking about when he wrote this, I am immersive reading / audiobooking Blood and Fire right now. And it is, I'm not super far along, which this is not, I mean, it's a pretty big book, but the words are huge on the page, if you can see that. They are massive, and it's like a 450 page book. But like I said, the words are huge, but this is way more toned down, a whole lot slower paced, obviously it's totally new characters. The fall was I think it's 300 or 400 years before this started of Fire and Blood. Or I'm sorry, of Blood and Fire. And this is much slower paced. It's way more focused on this like trio of kids, and where they try to become men, and then things happen, and then there's a dragon egg. But I don't want to get any further than that. I'm not. I'm probably halfway through it, but it's really I've enjoyed it, but it's definitely a whole lot slower than the fall. So I think there's going to be a whole lot more character development in this one to get it going. And then I started Golden Sun. It was, let's see, when was it? March or April of last year, where I read Red Rising, and I've not touched it since. But started Golden Sun, and oh my gosh, what took me so long? This book is incredible. This right, if it stays how it is, it will be top three right now already. Best books I've ever read. It There is so much stuff going on in this book. I mean, there is death, and there is fighting, and there is manipulation and plot twist, and people. I don't. I mean, it's so good. Now I know Molly McCobb. I see you. I just seen where you're reading Red Rising. It's nothing compared to this. It is incredible. So please continue along. I know a lot of people have said that this right here might be the best book in the whole series. And right now, I don't know how any of the others can top it, but gum, it's good so far. I love this book. So, not done with it, but it is amazing. But I will leave it there. All right, so let's see here. What do we have? Videos I made in January. So some of the best ones, where I say best, most people watched them. We'll say that. My biggest video that I've made so far, like ever, on the channel, it is close to 1,000 views. Is my tier ranking the Cosmere. Really enjoyed doing that. I definitely could have did better on it. I'll try to do better on tier ranking stuff whenever I do it again. They I put on, someone had wrote me on there where I'd put, or what was it? You Mean the Nightmare Painter was not on the tier ranking, but I had it on the picture of it. So I don't know how that happened, but I messed that up. But Yumi was on there, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. January book haul, had a really good book haul for January, or I say January. A lot of people put them for like the month before, which I guess technically I could, because I kind of do mine from where I leave off on the first one, where typically it's the middle of the month whenever I'd put out a book haul if I have one, and then do it to the middle of the month that I'm in. So that's why I call it that month. But got some awesome stuff. I've got some awesome stuff since then, which I'll have one coming up in February, and really excited to show y'all some of the stuff I've got for that. And then the TBR for February. Obviously, it had Golden Sun of Blood and Fire. What else is on it? The Sorrow of the Wise Man by Bella Dunn. And The Ranger by E.H. Bradley. And looking forward to getting those two read. And it seems like there was something else, but A Song of Ice and, no, that's not it. Akatar. There we go. A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I may be in the works of doing something with Chris, which is Triple B, the Bearded Book Beast, Molly McCobb, and another author. We maybe got something planned on that. We'll see, but I'm excited to give it a shot. It'll be my first romantasy book, and I hope it's good. I'm expecting it to be awful, but I am really hoping I'm gonna like it, sorta. And I don't know. We'll see from there how all that goes. Then we got what's coming up on the channel. All right. I meant to put this out this past month in January. It didn't happen. So better late than never. I plan on tier ranking all the books I read in 2024. Yes, I know it's going to be February before I get it out, but better late than never. And everybody likes tier ranking videos and top 10s and different things like that. I'm thinking about doing my top 10 books of all time. Just to try it out. I know I've not read a ton of stuff, but it's in the works. I'm thinking about doing it. And then that way I can, because I read, or I'm intending to read at least 50 books a month or a year. I wish I could read 50 a month. You know, maybe do one once a year, once every 2 years, depending on if my stuff changes. But trying to do that. February 9th will be next Sunday. Should be doing an Insert More Coins with Alex Schuerman of the Odelic Stone. I've got that coming up. Me and him's got that date knocked out. I think right now it's going to be at like 3 o'clock Eastern. It's next Sunday. Looking forward to talking to Alex. He's a really cool dude. Talked to him on X and Blue Sky and whatever else we're all on a lot, and he's awesome. Got the buddy read going with Lonesome Dove, of course, which is next Saturday, that February 8th, with Scott from Some Other Character. And that's going to be another good one. I'm hoping I'm really enjoying. We have a great time at those. So if y'all come over and check that out on his channel. And then about all I got left is what I watched, which was basically, Superman and Lois. I've not got to watch anything this week, but I am looking forward to the Royal Rumble tonight. I think it's going to be awesome. Who are y'all rooting for on it? If y'all watch wrestling at all, me and the kids tend to watch it because I'm gone I've gone on Mondays a lot and on Fridays, depending on when I get back. So, but we do like to watch the pay-per-views. They're awesome and really enjoy it. But yeah, that's about all I have. If you've got suggestions on video ideas, I'd be happy to take those and let y'all know, like top 10 list or different things, random stuff, whatever y'all want. If you would leave a comment on the video, let me know how your month went. Did you have a bunch of good 5-star reads? I had a bunch of good 4-star reads. Nothing was terrible, but nothing was just blown away great. And yeah, leave a like, share it out to your friends and family. Because, hey, helps the channel grow, and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, y'all have a great day.